Shalom and good day all, this is the Healing29 back again for another indie comic review, and in this indie comic review I'm covering Redcoat issues 2 and issue 3, and as you can see here I've got both covers before me, to which I'll also give the rating for both covers, to which I give the first one an 8 out of 10 and also the second one an 8 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art, which we'll have a look at around the beginning, middle, and end of each of these issues, and also what's happening story-wise with the character. So, moving into the issue 2 of Redcoat, let's now move into having a look at the beginning, middle, and end, and also what's happening story-wise with the character of Simon Pure. So as we have a look around the beginning, we have learnt that Simon Pure has been dug out of his grave by a very young Albert Einstein. That's right, a young Albert Einstein. And on top of that, we have these zealot type group still after him once again. Are they the same group that was responsible for him to becoming immortal, or are they basically what's the word I'm looking for? Are they basically the descendants from the same group? So as we start to move towards the middle of the second issue, we get to see Simon Pure being taken to I guess a bit of a ballroom dance of sorts, to which he catches up with quite a number of people, and we end up meeting someone by the name of Benedict Arnold. And we also catch up with a couple of other characters as well, such as Juliet Morgan, and we'll be meeting someone else in issue 3, which links to the son of Simon Pure. And last but not least, we move towards the end of the story, to which we end up coming across a particular axe, an enchanted axe of sorts, very similar to an enchanted hammer. So as we move into issue 3 and the art are in the beginning, middle, and end for issue 3, we end up seeing a slightly younger Simon Pure, but this time he's talking to his son, and we sort of like get a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of background, not only towards his son, but also quite possibly towards the axe as well. Jumping towards the middle of issue 3, we have Albert Einstein along with Simon Pure trying to escape some certain groups that are after them. And of course, they're taking any method that is usable at the time. And last but not least, towards the end, to which he is captured once again by the very cultists that we see in the very first, in connection to the very first cultist that was seen at the beginning of the series. So for the internal art, I give it an 8 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. Seeing that this is a new series, I feel there's no need to bring in any comic references yet, because we're not that far ahead in the story. In regards to issue-wise, so maybe if it was issue 5 and above, or something was written in a previous, that the writer Jeff Johns could put a reference or a comic book reference in relation to, say, maybe another comic of interest in relation to the character, which might be important either later on along the track or in the present storyline. For first things, we don't have anything comic reference wise, so that's all a pass, and I'm not worried about that. Next is the area of time, to which we see the time dates come up of the year 1776, 1841, and 1892. Next is the location. A lot of this takes place in America and New York City. We did have Boston being brought up, but there was no indication that they had gone to Boston at the time. It felt more like a previous, like he had once been to Boston. Next is the cast of characters, consisting of Simon Pure, Albert Einstein, Benedict Arnold, Juliet Morgan, and last but not least, George Pure, his son. So for the overall story rating in this, I give an 8 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.